Hello everyone, welcome to Oliveboard. My name is Dinkar and again here we have come with a new lecture, that is lecture 7 on concepts and the news of the week, especially for NABARD Grade A and RBI Grade B examination. Let's start. So guys, we will be starting with our lecture 7 on concepts and the news of the week. The first news for the last week is PM Modi expected to join G7 summit in UK virtually. So Narendra Modi is expected to join the UK hosted G7 summit in Cornwall, Netherlands virtually. Modi was invited by the Prime Minister Boris Johnson as India's one of the three guest nation. Actually, in this whole meeting, there are three guest of nation. One is India, other is Australia, and the third one is South Korea, that has been invited by Prime Minister Boris Johnson as a part of Britain Indo-Pacific foreign policy focus. So the guest leader would be invited to take part in this certain session of the group of 7 meeting that will be presided by the UK, and this whole meeting is made up of Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, US and European Union, and with including three guest of nation, that is Australia, South Korea and India. So this will be happening in June 11 to 13, and PM Modi will be joining this meeting virtually. As we all know that India is facing a huge severe crisis of the COVID, so because of that Pradhan Mantri Modi will not be going to the UK, so he will be joining this whole meeting virtually. Now, government telemedicine platform, that is eSanjeevani. Government telemedicine platform eSanjeevani used by 50 lakh patient in a 1 year, so it is a very huge number. That means platform that has been given by the government, that is eSanjeevani, has been used by 50 lakh patient in 1 year. The service is already operational around the 31 states and union territories, and this is catered to about around 40,000 patient every day from different parts of our country. Telemedicine services eSanjeevani that has been initiated by Union Health Ministry, so you should also know that who has initiated this. Last year it has already benefited around 50 lakh people across the country, as per the data provided by the Union Health Ministry. eSanjeevani is part of a national telemedicine services of Health Ministry, and it has been started last year during the COVID-19 crisis because of the national lockdown, so people can take the suggestion from the doctor online. Okay, the telemedicine platform is also being utilized using the second phase of the COVID-19, which is right now going on, and there are many states that have been going into a severe lockdown and restriction that are making the patients to visit the doctor. The patient cannot visit the doctor physically, so they can go, talk to the doctor virtually like that. Among the states that have used the eSanjeevani platform, the most effective state is the Tamil Nadu, who has properly used this eSanjeevani platform, which was the first state to cross the threshold of 10 lakh telemedicine consultation. So it is the first state who has crossed around 10 lakh telemedicine consultation in the state using the same platform. Now, Rupees 20,000 crore under PM-KISAN scheme directly has been transferred to the 9.5 crore farmer in our country. That means Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi has released the 8th installment of Rupees 20,000 crore to more than 9.5 crore farmer beneficiary under Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana on Friday via teleconferencing. So in this PM-KISAN Yojana, what government is doing? Government is giving rupees 6,000 to each farmer annually in 3 installments. That is 2,000 rupees installment is there. Like if you have to give 6,000 rupees, so 2,000 rupees in every installment they are giving because of the COVID-19 crisis. And government has also raised this issue earlier also, and now government is providing every in 3 installment rupees 2,000 to the 9.5 crore family beneficiaries. So through it is all will be done through a direct benefit transfer, that is it will be directly going to the account of the farmer. So an amount of rupees 1.15 lakh crore has been set aside. It has already been transferred to the farmer beneficiaries so far under the PM-KISAN Yojana, and because this scheme has been launched in the February 24th, 2019. Till now, it has already been transferred around 1.15 lakh crore rupees to the farmer. PM Modi has also interacted with 5 farmers from the state of Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Meghalaya, Jammu Kashmir and Andaman and Nicobar on this occasion. So this is a very big scheme from the central government to provide the financial incentive to the farmer family, because they should not depend on their crops. So because of that, government is providing them with the some amount of money so that they can run their families. Now we have SWAM Fund. The SWAM Fund has been released for making the real estate projects to go without any kind of problem. So that is why this SWAM Fund has been put on the branch. So SWAM Fund for stalled housing projects to benefit around 1.16 lakhs home buyers. So many real estate projects across the country were stalled due to the fund crunch. As you all know that this COVID-19 is going on because of there is a huge crisis of the money. So this SWAMIH Fund has been released for the real estate projects. To address this issue, the government on November 2019 announced around rupees 25,000 crore rupees of SWAMIH Fund to help to complete around 1500 stalled housing projects, that also comprising 4.58 lakhs housing units. So what is this one? That is a special window for affordable and mid-income housing fund will be benefit around 1.16 lakhs home borrowers whose housing projects are stalled due to the last mile funding issues. So this will provide the last mile funding issue. This will solve that last mile funding issue. Now, Department of the Government and SBI Capital, despite COVID-19, worked relentlessly in getting the stall project completed and handing over possession to home loan borrower to mark handling over the keys of more than 600 home buyers in Rivali Park in Mumbai. So the first project that has been completed under using this special window is in Rivali Park of Mumbai. So 600 home buyers have got their keys in the Rivali Park of Mumbai. This is the first stalled project that has been completed using the SWAMIH Fund, which is managed by the SBI Cap Venture Limited. The Department of Economic Affairs under the Ministry of Finance is administrating the scheme. As many as 72 projects with 44,115 dwellings units have got funding of rupees 6,995 crore under SWAMIH Fund 1. And around 132 primary approval has been given for 132 projects with 72,000 up to 70,000 units with an investment of around rupees 11,581 crore. So the total value of this stalled project is around rupees 54,522 crore. So this SWAMIH Fund is providing the last mile funding issue, and they are solving the last mile funding issue in order to make sure that all the people get their house at the particular time without any delay. So in 2019-2020, the sector contribution to the economy was close to $200 billion. So this whole real estate sector is of around $200 billion, and it can expected to contribute around $1 trillion by 2030. So we have to work on this sector. The real estate industry is the second largest employment provider in our country, which provide jobs to around 5 crore people. Even the government has given the importance to this sector as an Atmanirbhar Bharat campaign. As you all know that our government is running an Atmanirbhar Bharat campaign, so that we wanted to work and make sure that everything could be made and make possible in our country only. That is why Atmanirbhar Bharat. So what is this SWAMIH Yojana? It is a short span of 1.5 years. SWAMIH Investment Fund today is one of the largest private equity firm in India and has done commendable work despite COVID-19, and they are able to finish the various projects, and they have also given various final approval to the various projects. Even the COVID-19 situation is going on, they are still working relentlessly, and they wanted to reduce the trust deficit between the home buyer and the developer by completing construction and delivering the house without depending on any other source of finance. Now we move on to G-SAP. That is the second tranche of the bond buying worth rupees 35,000 crore. So again, the Reserve Bank of Monday said that the second tranche of the open market purchase of the government security worth rupees 35,000 crore under G-SAP, that is Government Security Acquisition Program, will be conducted on May 20 and will be a view to enabling to stable and orderly evaluation of the yield curve. Governor Shashikant Das has announced that the RBI will conduct the open market purchase of the government security of rupees 1 lakh crore under the G-SAP 1.0 in the first quarter of the financial year 2021-2022. The first such auction has come of rupees 25,000 crore rupees that was held in April 15. The Reserve Bank will conduct the second tranche of the open market operation of rupees 35,000 crore on May 2021. So they have to purchase the government security of rupees 1 lakh crore. So for that, one auction has already been done of 25,000 crore on April 15, and now the second auction will be happening on May 20 for rupees 35,000 crore. Now, highway construction. National Highway Authority of India set an ambitious target of 4,600 km for financial year 2022. It's a very ambitious target. So for creating around 4,600 kilometers of the highway. So though the target of the current year appears to be very tall, the NHAI believes that it could meet it with reliance on EPC model and hybrid annuity model. So what is EPC model? EPC model is engineering, procurement and construction. So here the company will be given that they have to buy the things, they have to construct the thing, and then they have to transfer the thing. Okay, and then hybrid annuity model. Despite the pandemic, that is COVID-19 pending, it's still ravaging the country and its economy. The National Highway Authority has already set an ambitious target to build a new highway with a combined length of 4,600 km. Last year, they have constructed a record 4,192 km of highway. That is up from 3,979 crore. That means they have already break their record last year. So now they have again put a ambitious target of 4,600 crore. The authority has a robust stream of fund including budgetary allocation, borrowing and the fund being realized through toll, operate and transfer. So from here all these places they are getting the fund. So the authority is getting the fund from the budgetary outlay every year. They are borrowing also. The fund has been also realized through toll, operate and transfer route also. So now we move on to the next news, that is Western Dedicated Freight Corridor to change the face of the railway logistics. So as you all know that we are making two dedicated freight corridor. One is Western Dedicated Freight Corridor and other one is Eastern Dedicated Freight Corridor. So the commissioning of the Western Dedicated Freight Corridor WDFC up to the Gujarat port of Mundra and Pipavav in financial year 2022 should lead to a time guaranteed delivery. So why this freight corridor are making? Because we wanted to provide a time guaranteed delivery of consignment by the railways. That will be leading to a proper shifting from one market to other market, and we can give you a time guaranteed delivery from one place to the other. The fact that Western Dedicated Freight Corridor freight rates will be lower than the existing rail rate by 16 to 20%. So there is also the freight rate will be also lower than the existing rail rate in financial year 26 will boost Indian logistic competitiveness. So because of that, it will boost the Indian competitiveness both from the cost side and also from the timeline side. Now, National Technology Day. National Technology Day always happens on 11th of the May. So it has already been done. So how pandemic served as a force multiplier for technology adaptation. So because we are telling over here how our COVID-19 situation has led to a multiplier force of technology adaptation by the MSME sector. So technology for MSME. So small medium enterprises are likely to play a significant role in the government $5 trillion economy by 2025, as our government has put a target of getting a $5 trillion economy by 2025, and here technology will play a very important role. In fact, SME are likely to add around 158 to 216 billion dollar of the country GDP by 2024 on the back digitalization of their business. So even if they just do a digitalization of their business, they will be adding around 158 to 216 to the country's GDP by 2024. So as India observed National Technology Day on Tuesday amid a pandemic for the second consecutive year to celebrate the technological powers it has achieved across multiple fronts, especially to fight the COVID. Its MSME base has witnessed the biggest behavior change. This is very important. This has very important. So biggest behavioral change. Earlier people don't want to go to digital things. They say why I should go and have put computer and all those things. I will do all these things in a paper and all those things. So because of this COVID-19 situation, people, there is a huge behavior change among them. Now they are using technology and adopting it properly. The shift towards digital channels for communication, marketing, team collaboration, payment, hiring, procurement, goods and service storage, registration of the new business, etc. They are more evident that even on every during the post demonetization phase. The move towards technology hence has been by the choice rather than by a chance. So here they have been using this by a choice than by a chance. According to expert, while this shift is bound to gradually move up, so this whole thing will be going up, the transformation may take more time to the significant visible in the foreseeable future. So it will take some time in order to see all the changes that will be happening nowadays. So it will take few years to be totally visible outside the country. So technology adaptation became a necessity to enable business to survive in a remote working environment. So if you are working in a remote area, so technology adaptation has to be must. It is necessary nowadays. The majority of MSMEs started using technologies in area such as communication, e-commerce, marketing and sales. Select MSME which access to know-how on the Internet of Things, IoT, has adopted it with for manufacturing process as well. However, most of these enterprises continue to work in the jugaad mechanism. So still people are working on the jugaad mechanism. You know what is this jugaad? Jugaad is like, okay, we will do something or the other, but we will not go to the computer and all those things. Important like technology thing. We will do some kind of jugaad. We can go with any kind of jugaad. But we will not adopt the technology. But now they are moving toward that. Okay, so this is all about National Technology Day. So here we are very happy to tell you that MSME sector have started moving towards the adoption of technology by choice. Now, US partnered with India as PM Modi made commitment to deploy 450 gigawatt renewable energy. The United States have partnered with India on the climate change so as to help it meet its commitment to deploy around 450 gigawatt of renewable energy. As we all know that China is producing more emission than all the rest of the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development countries put together. That means if you put all the OECD countries together, then also China is producing more emission than all those people. There's no way that United States and the rest of the world can get to our goal if China doesn't join it and become part of it. So we wanted China to join all this work regarding the renewable energy and all those things, because if we really want to stop the climate change, we wanted China to be part of our whole program. Now, IREDA bags the Green Urja Award. So what is IREDA? That is Indian Renewable Energy Development Agency Limited has been conferred with the Green Urja Award for the leading public institution for renewable energy this year by Indian Chamber of Commerce. So ICC have awarded IREDA with the Green Urja Award. So this Urja Award has been given for its pivotal role and development role in the play of green energy financing. So properly they are providing green energy financing. Even the COVID-19 situation is going on, they are providing proper financing for the green energy sector. The award recognizes our immense contribution in development of renewable energy in the line with the Honorable Prime Minister vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat. Despite the pandemic time, IRD has ended the year 2020-21 ended on a strong note and disbursed the second highest amount of loan. So IREDA has disbursed the second highest amount of loan of rupees 8,827 crore, which indicates that IREDA has the ability to translate this problem into an opportunity. On this occasion of that, CMD of IREDA has also highlighted the unique initiative that has been taken by the IREDA to contain the first and the second wave of COVID-19. It has constituted an exemplary COVID care response team. So they have created a COVID care response team that is continuously taking care of the COVID-19 positive employee and also their families member starting from June 2020, and there is a resulting in the 0 employee who are COVID infected under the treatment as on 11th May 2021. That means because of their COVID-19 care. So At the same time, when they are doing green energy financing, they are giving a huge amount of loan. They are also looking care of their employees and make sure that there no employee should be COVID-19 positive till now 11th of May 2021. At this point, when the whole world is struggling to cope up with the pandemic, IRDA could successfully ensure a safe and a healthy environment for its employee by adopting a proactive and a timely COVID management approach. So now we have a cyclone storm Taute. So everybody will be all knowing, maybe some people will be belonging to Maharashtra, Kerala, who will be listening to this lecture, they will be knowing about this cyclone. So the cyclone storm Taute over east, central and adjoining Southeast Arabian Sea, it is very likely to intensify further into a severe cyclone in the 6th hour. So cyclone Taute was formed over the Arabian Sea and has now intensified from the severe cyclone from storm to an extremely severe cyclone storm. Okay, so Indian Meteorological Department has already informed that cyclone Taute is expected to touch the Gujarat coast between Porbandar and Nalia around 18th May by evening and around afternoon or evening, and after that it will be moving to various places like Junagadh, Gir, Somnath, where heavy rain is expected, and then it will go to Saurashtra, Kutch, Daman and Diu, Gir, Somnath, Diu, Junagadh, Porbandar, Devbhoomi, Dwarka, Amreli, Rajkot and Jamnagar. So cyclone Taukte will with all set to hit the Gujarat on Monday by May 17, and at the same time in 20,000 the World Meteorological Organization. So let me tell you how this the naming of the Taukte has been done. As we all know that around there are 13 countries are there who decided the name of any of the cyclone that will be coming in our Indian Ocean, Bay of Bengal or Arabian Sea. So cyclone Taukte means a particular type of gecko. So the name has been given, the cyclone Taukte name has been given by the Myanmar this year. The word Taukte means a gecko or a distinctive vocal lizard in the Burmese language. Similarly, the previous cyclone that hit the east coast of the India, cyclone Nirvar, it has been named by the Iran. In 2000, the World Meteorological Organization have agreed to start and assigning the names of the cyclone over the North Indian Ocean basin using a list of names that has been suggested by the various countries. India has expressed the reservation in naming the cyclone, but after the 4 years, after continuous deliberation, the Indian Meteorological Department has also initiated the name of the North Indian Ocean storm with cyclone Onil in September 2004, that is 2004. So there are 13 countries who have given around 10 names for each cyclone. Okay, so in 13 countries there are Bangladesh, India, Iran, Maldives, Myanmar, Oman, Pakistan, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Sri Lanka, Thailand, United Arab Emirates and Yemen. So they have given total 10 names. Based on that, the name of the cyclone will be given. So RMSE New Delhi is therefore responsible for naming the cyclone over the Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea. So based on the suggested name that has been given by the countries. Out of several criteria for naming cyclones, some very important one are like how you have to put a name of a cyclone, what type of name you have to give. So the name should be politically and culturally neutral. Okay, if you are naming a cyclone, the name of the cyclone should be politically and culturally neutral, and it should not be rude. It should not be cruel, and should be very short. It should be very short and very easy to pronounce. The maximum permissible length of a cyclone name is 8 letters. So not more than 8 letters you can give. So as you can see here, it is of 7. Okay. As per the World Meteorological Organization, a list of 64 names has been drawn in 2004 using the suggested name from 8 countries in the region. Exactly a year ago, in May 2020, cyclone Amphan became the last cyclone to get missed from the old list. Now, when 2004 the list has been created, now on May 2020, cyclone Amphan was the last name that has been taken from the old list. Now again in 2020, A new list of the cyclone has been created by the IMD following WMO guidelines. The new list is comprising 13 names of the cyclone, each from the 13 member countries. Now it is totaling to 169. That means 13 into 13, which is 169. The name that has been given from the India are Gati, Tej, Murasu, Aag, Vyom, Jhar, Prabho, Neer, Prabhanjan, Gorni, Ambod, Jaladhi and Beg. So based on the countries who has to name the cyclone, so they will keep on giving the name. So what is this cyclone Taukte? Cyclone Taukte is the fifth name that has been used from the new list, and the name was suggested by Myanmar. So this name has been suggested by the Myanmar, so it is very important, you should know that. Okay. Taukte is the first cyclone of the year 2021 and it is set to become the first severe cyclone to hit the Gujarat since May 1976. It is likely to cross the Gujarat coast around Daman and Diu between 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. on Monday, that is on May 17. The intensity of the storm is very severe and the wind speed will be around 155 to 165 km per hour to 185 km per hour. So, Marine Products Export Body Arms get patent for mud crab hatchery tech. So, here Marine Products Export Body has got the patent for mud crab hatchery technology. So, mud crab hatchery technology, it has been developed by Rajiv Gandhi Center for Aquaculture, has received patent by the Controller General of the Patent Design and the Trademark for 20 years. So, they have got this for 20 years from 2001 to 2030, which is set to boost the growth of the aquaculture sector. The hatchery technology for mud crab is much in demand in Southeast Asian countries where live crabs are highly preferred as a delectable seafood. RGCA, the research and development arm of the government-owned marine product export, has already applied for the patent in 2011. So now they have got the patent. Now it will be available for 20 years from 2011 to 2030. Keeping in view the huge demand of the mud crab, particularly in South Asia, MPEDA has initiated a pilot project for mud crab seed known as crab insert production in 2004. But the commercial hatchery only started in 2013 with the capacity of 1 million species per annum. Due to its growing demand, as you all know that there is a huge demand in the mud crab hatchery type of crabs. So the seed production capacity of RGCA mud crab hatchery has now been increased to 1.4 million. So because of that, because of huge demand, so the hatchery has increased the production from 1 million to 1.4 million. Now, economic recovery losing steam. So, GDP growth may be below 9% in financial year 2022 due to the second COVID wave. So, as we all know that India is suffering from the second wave of COVID-19. So, because of that, as per the survey that has been given, so Indian economic recovery will be losing the steam and that India GDP growth will remain below 9%. So, amid the ranging second wave of COVID-19 and the subsequent restriction on business activities imposed by several states, economic recovery is beginning to lose steam and the country GDP growth is likely to be below 9% for current fiscal. So, according to the study, the majority of the respondents expect the lockdown announced by the several states, it will end till May end. Around 54% of the people to whom that survey has been taken, they said that lockdown is the solution for the COVID-19, but it will have a severe bad impact in the economy. As we all know that there is another rating agency, that is CRISIL, said India GDP growth is likely to drop to 9.8% because of the coronavirus peak that will be coming in the May end, and because of that huge lockdown are being done in our country. So because of that Indian GDP growth will be dropped to 9.8%. Now, service export from India's scheme, SEIS. SEIS was introduced in a foreign trade policy in 2015-2020. So, service exporter have urged the government to release the benefit under the key scheme for financial year 2020 at the earliest. Exporter said that the entitlement, that is the money that they will be getting from the government under service export from India scheme, could be into the tune of rupees 3,000 to 4,000 crore rupees. Through this scheme, the government will offer exporter duty credit scripts at 5 to 7% of the net foreign exchange earned, depending on the nature of the service. And realization that the government faces resources crunch, as we all know that because of the COVID-19, government is facing a huge resources crunch. The state-backed SEPC has proposed that the center limit the SEIS benefit to maximum of rupees 5 crore per exporter. So because of that, because of the severe resource crunch, the center may put the cap on this benefit of around rupees 5 crore per exporter in the service sector. However, sector including travel, tourism, healthcare, education and aviation, which have been worst hit by the pandemic, should be exempted from this ceiling and allowed the full entitlement. So in this whole service sector, these service sector have been exempted, that is travel, tourism, healthcare, education and aviation have been exempted, and they will be given full entitlement according to SEPC, Service Export Promotion Council. So SEPC has said that SEIS is the only incentive scheme that has been available to any kind of service exporter, and the eligible one has already been factoring in the incentives in their pricing and business sustainability strategies. So today we have discussed about all these important news that has happened in the last week. So we will coming with the next week with the new updates on the new news. Till then, never forget to like, subscribe and follow. Happy learning. Thank you everyone for listening this lecture so patiently. I hope you have learned something from here. I hope you have learned the various important news that has come in the last week. Please stay tuned for the new news that will be coming in the coming week, and till then never forget to like, subscribe and follow. Happy learning. Thank you.